100 horsepower at 8,000 RPMs.
What?
This was raced at Bonneville by Tony Thacker and Jimmy Shine. Many, over 200 runs. Steve Van Blocken in the blue shirt, he ran it at about 214. I bought it at Barrett-Jackson. I took it to Bonneville with a good friend of mine, Bill Warner from Amelia Island, Concord, and he was the first one to go out. We got pushed off and hit fourth gear with a shifter button and blew the transmission. And that's the end of that. Hauled it back home, put the transmission in, and now we're ready to run next year. But this car makes a sound like you can't believe. It is ear-piercing. So anybody that's got a hearing issue, be prepared.
Who wants to hear the car?
Fire it up!
Who wants to hear 1,200 horsepower? Of course we do. As we say, if you've got sensitive hearing, now is the time to cover your ears. Mike, got to just picture this with Wayne Carini strapped in it on the Bonneville Salt Flats. It's going to be hilarious. Let's make sure we got cameras on it.
I had to get some telephone books.
That's it. Wow.
Okay, that's enough. No, it's not.
That sounds like a race car.
That's authority.
Wayne, 20 months. We lost 3 pigeons that flew by and 1 tree that's just fallen over. But it was worth it. We can grow more trees. Don't worry about that. That was fantastic. Give him a big round of applause. Absolutely awesome. That was
What a
good.
noise, huh?
That was, I just want to see you strapped in it. That's all. I just think it'd be hilarious. Okay, right, here we go. So this is the big one, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Grand Fromage. This is the car that we walked round and we've all agreed was the most special car here today at the Big E. And I think it's fair to say, from all of us, it's probably the most unique car here as well.
So
at
Mike,
the Big E.
the owner of this car and I raced against each other 50 years ago. And we raced at Riverside, we raced at Package Machine in Agawam, we raced at so many different places. And when I was racing, and this was solo racing, so Jim Connor, when I was racing, when this gentleman would show up, we would just pack up and go home because we knew that he was going to beat us. He's one of the best drivers that I ever raced against. And today, for the first time in 50 years, we saw each other again. Well, he recognized me, and I certainly, after he said who he was. And he's got such an unusual car. I've been trying to buy this car for 3 years. And we discussed giving him this trophy, and the price is going to go up. I know it is.
Of course it is.
I'm messing myself up. But it's got an unusual car. Go ahead.
Go on. Well, you do it. You do it.
So
okay,
what we,
ladies and gentlemen, the Big E.
What we
Here we
used
are.
to do back there
This
was called autocross.
Autocross.
And it's one car against the clock on a series of a course that's laid out using borrowed traffic cones Someday we'll give them back. This was 50 years ago. Mike Stefanik, who is from Wilbraham and was NASCAR modified champion, he called it pylon racing because that's how he started too. And it was a way for those of us to drive in competition that couldn't afford to have a race car. Goodness. But it was a lot of fun. And from this driver and his dad, who had a Gulf station on Columbus Avenue in Springfield and raced Corvettes with us, just went on to a huge career, two-time World Challenge champion, and he's won everywhere up and down the East Coast. He's got an incredible resume, and he brought an incredible car.
You know, I raced a Mini Cooper, and he had a Lotus Super 7, and when I saw him come in, I said, we're done, we're just going home. And I get second place, at least that. But Kim Baker, where are you, Kim?
Kim Baker and the 1959 Kirkwood Special is the Collector Car Experience 2024 car of the show. Kim Baker, congratulations.
You need to get a good look at this car because it kind of looks like one of those plastic-bodied Devon kit cars, but it's anything but. It is all hand-fabricated aluminum inside and out. The craftsmanship, the paint, just everything about this machine is superb.
Yeah, thank you. And that's one of the reasons why I like it is something I could not do myself. If I tried to make it, I'd have a box. So that's about it. And I really appreciate you guys remembering who I was.
If you want to see the car, it's parked just directly behind us here. In fact, you can see the bonnet, the hood that is up just behind us. It's that lovely dark red Ferrari-esque looking at the front. Make sure you go and have a lap of the car, look at it, and see why we chose it as our car of the show. It's unique, it's one in, and it's very, very special. It's beautifully presented as well.
Okay.